Hey guys, my name is Charpath, and welcome back to another episode of my modded Terraria playthrough. Last episode, we took down a random hive mind that I fought just to get the Ancient Shadow chestplate and got these cool new weapons. Well, that explains why I've been dying a lot. Anyway, I'm currently in the corruption farming Eater of Souls, hopefully to get the last Ancient Shadow chestplate, or the Ancient Shadow chestplate, so I'll have a full set. And yeah, so I'll start off the episode by this time farming some Eater of Souls, but this time, instead of just cutting to when I get something interesting, I'll actually speed up the recording a bit because I have some things to talk about that aren't like very commentary related. So yeah, I'll start the sped up montage, I guess you could call it. And yeah, enjoy the commentary and gameplay. Okay, so that was really fast. I literally just got it after like a minute of farming. So now that I have full Ancient Shadow armor, let's equip it and see how much our defense increases. I'm going to get my magma armor first though, to make sure. Okay, this should be in vanity. So I go from 30 defense up to 34. Not the best increase, but I get more movement speed, extra melee speed, and then there's this stuff. So yeah, now I have Ancient Shadow armor, and I should be able to do better in fights and whatever. Alright, so I've just put a bunch of my silt, about 450 of it, into this extractinator in hopes of getting enough tungsten or silver to upgrade my storage system. Sadly, I didn't, but I nearly did get enough. So instead of going mining, because that's boring, I'm going to first off fight this flowering cactoid guy because he's next on the checklist. But then I'm just going to skip all the way to, why is Goblin Army checked off? Okay, I'm really confused, but anyway, I'm going to head to the desert and wait for this flowering cactoid guy to spawn, and then maybe head over and fight Eater of Worlds so I can upgrade my storage more. Well, there he is, and with a bunch of other cactoids with him. He seems pretty easy, especially since he just charges at you. And with a projectile weapon like this, seems like this fight's going to be really easy. Unless he has some other AI that I don't... Yep. That is very annoying. So as long as that's the only time he does it, I should be fine. Anyway, that was a pretty easy fight. We got this cactoid flower, which as usual is the quest item that we need to turn in and get the... This seems decent, but only in the desert, so I probably won't ever end up using it. Anyway, now that I've done that, I need all of my, vile mushrooms, which I don't have many of, and all my rotten chunks, which I do have a lot of. And okay, I have more vile mushrooms, that's good. Alright, now that we've got the stuff to make a couple of Eater of Worlds summon items, the rotten chunks and the vile powder, I could probably go over and fight Eater of Worlds, since we have an arena and it probably won't be that difficult, but then again, Revengeance mode Eater of Worlds is really annoying to fight. So, I'll make an attempt. I'll probably end up dying, but oh well. Another main reason why I want to fight Eater of Worlds is that there's a really good weapon that we can get from it, which is the Eater from, I don't even know what mod it's from. I think it's, yeah, I have no idea actually, but it's basically an earlier game Piranha gun. It's actually really good for the time that you get it. I did not nearly have enough file powder. I thought you only needed 15. But okay, one summon item. Anyway, the Eater weapon only drops from the Eater of Worlds and no other enemies, meaning that if I want to get it, I'll have to at least kill a couple of Eater of Worlds segments. Anyway, hopefully this doesn't go too horribly. So yeah, we've beaten Eater of Worlds, we got a ton of things, as in too many, and we got a pretty decent weapon, actually a lot of pretty decent weapons, since we got so many of them. So, I'll head back to the base, and then I'll probably open this treasure bag. Alright, so I've just crafted 2 Demonite storage upgrades, allowing me to upgrade all my storage, so now it's only half full, so I can dump a bunch of things in here. Eater of Pain. Worm Scarf is really the accessory I wanted from this, since now I can replace something, maybe not the Laudanum, but like, maybe the Spring Steps, get some extra damage resistance. I've also got 4 loot bags, which I really didn't get anything useful from whatsoever. But that's alright. I also figured out which one I want to use, which is this one. Chance to inflict confused and on fire, and it has an extra, like, 50% damage, but it takes damage over time, and it takes mana to use. But overall, I think it's pretty worth it. And I can start dumping a lot of things into that chest. Anyway, next up on the boss checklist is Desert Scourge and Eye of Cthulhu. Now, since it's night, I think I'm going to fight Eye of Cthulhu first, and I have 4 summon items for it. So, that's a thing. Let's test out our new weapon on this guy. I've used it before, so it should be pretty good. Or, I know how good it is, so it basically just latches on. In case you haven't ever seen the Piranha gun be used before, it'll basically just latch onto it and stay on it doing damage as long as I don't get too far away. However, I do take slow damage over time, which is the only bad part about this weapon. It has the cursed modifier from more modifiers, meaning I slowly take damage while holding it, but it does do more damage, which is definitely useful. And that was a very easy fight, although I do have to go down and get the item myself, which I'm not very happy about. But I got this stuff. Alchemist Charm Tier 1, that's decent. Quest item, also cool. Again, no idea what this stuff does. And oh, okay, that's 3,000. Anyway, Life Crystal, nice. Mana Crystal, nice. Binoculars, and something else that I didn't notice. Eyeball Staff, yeah. Anyway, I've got the Counter Scarf now, which I'm definitely going to replace the Sandstorm with, because the dash ability is way more useful, although I do like having a double jump. Maybe I'll replace the giant shell. Yeah, I'll do that. I've also got the Shield of Cthulhu, which is useful, or useless, because this basically is a better version. And yeah, that's Eye of Cthulhu finally done. Alright, so while going to the desert to find a Stormlion Mandible to fight Desert Scourge, I ended up encountering this guy, the next mini-boss juiced for so the next Huntmaster quest, basically. I'm probably it seems to have a lot of defense, which is annoying. Maybe not. Anyway, it shoots lasers. It seems very annoying, but then again, it was really easy. So, quest item. This playthrough is getting really easy, especially since I basically just skipped all the progression. Alright, so I've finally got the Stormlion Mandible that I need for this. Meaning, I can head up to the surface, finally, and make a couple of things. First off, I think I have enough, tungsten to upgrade my storage. Well, sadly I don't have any more regular healing potions. I'm definitely going to need to change that. Anyway, I think I can make another storage unit, and more tungsten bars, meaning I can make... Alright, so I've got 3 more storage units. So I'll just put them all in now. If I actually can, of course. Anyway, now I have a bunch more storage. Let's see how many... I can make enough demonite storage upgrades so that they'll all be upgraded to demonite, meaning, yeah, I have plenty of storage for, like, everything. So, I'll probably just, like, move all of my stuff into here, because more storage is always nice. Or, having all your storage in one place is always nice. As well as moving everything into my storage system, so I can now craft, like, basically whatever I want. I'm thinking I should probably just make the Desert Medallion and fight the Scourge now. I mean, why not, am I right? Spore Mother. Alright, now that I'm at the desert, I think it's about time to fight the Desert Scourge, the next boss in our list of bosses we need to stab. This should be pretty easy, although it is Revengeance mode, so there are 3 of them, and one of them's already dead. So this is seeming really easy so far. He does do a decent amount of damage, but honestly, both of the smaller ones are already dead. I can heal whenever I need to. Shadow Drop Staff does plenty of damage, and he's dead, so I guess that really wasn't that bad at all. I don't know why I even bothered to show myself fighting that, but I've got an interesting throwing weapon, which is this. That seems pretty bad. I don't think I got any Revengeance mode specific item, but I got some more pretty cool things, so yeah, I guess that's nice. Next up on our list is Wasteland and Crabulon. But before I fight those, I've noticed that there are probably a lot of NPCs that still want to move in, so I'm going to expand this house a lot. So, since the other commentary over a sped up segment didn't work out too well, since I got the Ancient Shadow Chestplate in like a minute, I'll do that now instead of then. So yeah, let's get into the sped up part. Alright, so as I talk about at the end of the video, I'm planning to stream the next episode, the 5th episode, as well as every 5 episodes on YouTube, and then post a stream highlights edited video instead of the normally recorded video. So I'm announcing the stream now so you can actually make it Saturday at some point, probably in the morning, at around maybe 9 or 10 a.m. Pacific time. If you don't know what time that is, use an online time converter. And yeah, that's basically all I really have to say. Enjoy the rest of the sped up footage. Alright, 8 new NPC homes should be completely constructed besides the chairs. I don't want a table, I want chairs. So now that I've got the chairs, all these houses should be suitable once I put in the chairs. And yeah, I'll go down, check all of them. But yeah, they're all suitable. That's pretty cool. Now that I've done that, it should be pretty simple just to wait for a while and get some NPCs. But of course, I'm not going to wait. I'm going to head down to the underground desert and hopefully find one of those mutated scorpions so I can catch it and then fight the wasteland guy later. So I'm seeing on the right sidebar that somewhere near me is the bound goblin, although I haven't actually beaten the goblin army yet. Last episode, you may remember that a goblin army was about to spawn, but when I logged on today, there was no goblin army, and suddenly it was ticked off on the boss checklist. So I'm not going to be rescuing the goblin, because I really didn't beat the goblin army, and although I probably could do it easily, I don't want to rescue the goblin until I've actually, like, beaten the goblin army. So, even if I do find him, he's not going to get rescued, because I haven't actually... He shouldn't actually be spawning. Anyway, I'll get back to farming things. Alright, I have noticed the mutated scorpion, and I have finally got it. It actually took way longer for me to get this than I expected, so I'm glad that I finally got it. And hopefully it doesn't, like... Hopefully I don't get killed instantly by the wasteland boss when I do fight it. So, no new NPCs have really moved in besides Arms Dealer guy, which really isn't that useful unless some mod adds anything extra to him. Psychic Pistol. That could be useful. I mean, it's low damage, but it fires an extra bullet. We've also got the Tavern Keep, which I did find. And yeah, I could, if I got some corruption or crimson stuff, I could fight the Perforators and Brain of Cthulhu. Although I don't really care about those, so that's a thing. There's still that guy who I need to fight. Anyway, I've almost got 5 platinum, so that'll be plenty. And I just realized from Fargo's mod, as well as the mutant guy who we can buy a bunch of boss summons from, there's also the Abomination who sells event summon items. And if he shows up, since we have extra NPC houses, I'm pretty sure he shows up anytime after Eye of Cthulhu. I think we could probably buy a Goblin Army summon and fight it then. Alright, so now that we're at the desert, let's just spawn the wasteland dude. And oh, he's right there. I think I've fought him once or twice before, and he's pretty easy, but I might have a bit of trouble dodging, and he spawns a lot of mutated scorpions, apparently. And I died. Well, that's great. Now I have to go catch another mutated scorpion. Unless he doesn't despawn, which I really doubt. Oh, he didn't despawn. Well, I guess that's a thing. I'd like to keep my distance from this guy since he does way too much damage, and I'm dead again, and he'll probably despawn this time. Yep, that's a despawn. Okay, maybe I should actually prepare an arena. Anyway, I already have a life form analyzer and some food. Don't need that. Don't really need the dynasty wood. Already have a depth meter. Not death meter. Although, it's pretty similar. I don't see why anyone would actually care about the difference. Anyway, new NPCs, Dryad, Demolitionist. Not really anything I actually want, except maybe the Bloody Worm Tooth, since I guess I can buy that now. And Demolitionist sells nothing extra. Surprise. Anyway, since that fight went so horribly, I will probably... Wait, I don't have enough glowing mushrooms, or any glowing mushrooms whatsoever, so I can't fight Crabulon. So, I could probably... This would probably go horribly, but I'll head over to the dungeon and try to fight Skeletron, because skipping progression is fun. Oh yeah, one more thing that I keep forgetting to mention. While I was in the underground desert, I found the last life crystal I'm going to need to fully max out my life. So I now have 400 HP. It's pretty nice. I shouldn't die as much now, although I am really bad at this game and don't do nearly enough damage because this weapon is dull, and I should probably fight another hive mind at some point so I can make another one of those. Anyway, let's get to the dungeon and prepare an arena so we can try to fight Skeletron. Oh great, Blood Moon. That's going to be fun. Anyway, we're fighting Skeletron during a blood moon. This is going to be fun, especially since I'll probably, like, not be able to kill anything. Because everything else will be trying to murder me. Yep, that was a surprise. I don't know why I even bothered. So that went great, but I've also got the first blood moon, which could be good, I guess. I mean, I might get some good things from the blood moon, but overall it's pretty much grindy. So while I'm waiting for this blood moon to be over, I'd like to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, like the video, subscribe if you want to. If you don't want to subscribe, then don't know what else to say. I got a boomerang that seems terrible. Yes, this boomerang is amazing. Anyway, next episode, as I should have talked about in the time-lapse part, if not, then this is the first you'll be hearing about it. Next episode should be streamed either Saturday or Sunday. Maybe we'll actually do something well. Maybe not. We won't know until it happens, so stay tuned for that. This episode will be going out on Wednesday. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.